Okay, welcome back to the second video. Again, this is for those that want to download the eDRAWINGS viewer and use it either on their personal computer or in the computer lab on campus. Okay, so eDRAWINGS viewer, again, this is not part of this class. eDRAWINGS viewer is just an optional software. For this class, we're using AutoCAD to complete our assignments and also doing hand sketching. And once again, this is optional. Okay, so eDRAWINGS, what is it? It's a free software to view 2D and 3D files. This software is not part of this course, but it's a useful tool for viewing 3D files and to help you visualize the orthographic projections. This software is not meant to create new files. It's not like AutoCAD where you actually start creating drawings or other softwares where you start modeling in 3D. Okay, so this is just to view existing files. Okay, so those of you that come to campus and use our computer lab, on the desktop, you'll find this icon, this lowercase e. Just click on it and it'll load eDRAWINGS. Just give it a few seconds for it to load. Now, those of you that want to download it on your personal computer, here's the link. I will email you the link and I will also place it on Canvas. So you're going to copy the link and go to your internet browser and you're just going to paste it. I already have it here, right? Paste it and enter, and it'll take you to the Dassault System site, right? And we have eDRAWINGS. Okay, so when you download it, if you're using Windows, click on this button. If you're using a Mac, click on this one. And again, I mentioned in the previous video, some students have had issues opening the software on their Macs, but hopefully this bug has been cleaned out of the system. All right, so in my case, I'm using Windows for my computer. So I'm going to go with Window Users, and you click on it. Okay, so they're going to try and sell you other softwares, but all we need is the free one, right? The eDRAWINGS viewer. So all you have to do is click. Let me go ahead and zoom in. Okay, so go to eDRAWINGS viewer only, click on it, and then click on Next. Okay, so, and again, you don't want the plus. I think you have to pay for this. So keep it with the cheap free one, right? eDRAWINGS viewer. So make sure this is selected and you're going to click download. Okay, so, okay, here are the rules, policy. Yeah, I confirm. I agree to your terms. Click. And then you're going to click accept, right? Accept agreement and continue. Okay, your download will begin shortly, so it's downloading. And notice it's warning you, you may have to turn off your antivirus to be able to install the software. Okay, so I'm going to click on it, open file. And let's give it a few seconds. Okay, yes, I do want to allow this. So that was the warning. My antivirus protection software is like, hey, are you sure you want to allow this to make changes to your computer? And I said, yes. Okay, so it's going to start installing. And all you have to do is just click next, next, all the way till you finish. It is going to ask you for your email and some personal information. Okay, so you're just going to click next, next, and so on. I already have mine downloaded, so you're not going to get this. I already have mine downloaded on my desktop to my computer. So you're just going to click through next, and it will ask you for an email address and your name. I think it may ask you for your address. And then they'll email you a verification code. So once you go to open up eDRAWINGS, it will ask you for your verification code that Dassault Systems will email you once you fill out the personal information. Okay, so again, this is a software that's optional. You don't have to download it if you don't want to, but I know some of you maybe about half of you will download it. All right, so I'm going to cancel out of this. And let me go to the desktop. I should have eDRAWINGS. So here it is. I did download it before starting the video. Okay, so here's eDRAWINGS. Look for the lowercase e. I'm going to double click and give it a few seconds, and this is eDRAWINGS. Okay, so I'm going to email you the handouts that I talked about in the previous video. So this is your handout. It will be a total of 16 problems. So I'll send you 16 3D models as a reference to view, right? To help you visualize all three views, front, top, and side. I will also email you the solutions so you can check your work before you submit it. All right, so once you've downloaded the software and you open it, again, this is what we get. We get eDRAWINGS once you open it. Okay, so on Canvas and also your school email, I'm going to send you a zipped folder. Okay, so it'll be labeled Handout 1C 3D Models. Okay, so either go to Canvas or check your email. And you're going to download not only the two handouts that I just showed you, but also this zipped folder. Okay, so once you download it, you may want to download it on your desktop or your flash drive. Okay, so once you download it, it's going to look something like this. Okay, so as you can see, this folder has a zipper. So it's like when you're going to travel, you're going to go to Hawaii and you're trying to take as much clothes as you can, and you just stuff your suitcase with all this clothes and you have to sit on it and step on it to be able to close it and zip it, right? So same thing, all 16 files, the 3D models are all compressed in here. Instead of having to send you one file for each problem, I placed them all in this zipped folder, and now you have to open it. Okay, you have to unzip it. So all you have to do is right click, extract all. If you don't see extract all, look for unzip. Okay, so we're going to extract all. We're going to open it up. Okay, so it's saying, hey, we're going to place it here on your desktop. Okay, go ahead and extract. You can always change location if you want. If you want to extract everything into a separate location, you can always go to Browse and change the location. Here it's just going to drop it on my desktop. So I'm going to extract, and it dropped it here. I know this is happening really fast, but here it is. It dropped it over here. Okay, so here's the zipped one, and here is the unzipped one. Okay, so it uncompressed the files. So I can double click, open it up. It does create a double folder, so I have to click again. And here are those 16 problems. Okay, let me go ahead and move this over to the left. And let me go back to eDRAWINGS. So there's the eDRAWING software. Okay, so I can either open it from here. I can go File, Open, and go to my desktop, right? I can go to my desktop. There's that folder, right? It doesn't show the zipped one. It shouldn't be able to open from the zipped folder, but here's the unzipped folder. The 3D models. Yeah, it's a double folder. Go ahead and click again. Now I was like, hey teacher, I don't see the files. What's going on? This folder's empty. Well, you need to show all files. So we're going to go to the drop down here and say, hey, I want to see all the files. So it's filtering out the files, most files. So I'm going to say, hey, I want to see all files. Click all files, and there they are. They were just being filtered out. Okay, so I can open it from here. I can just click the first problem and open. Give it a few seconds. It does take a few seconds to load. And there it is, right? So this is a 3D model. You can say, hey, I want to see it with edges. Okay, so this is just a soft shaded view of the 3D model. You can say, hey, I want to see the edges. See how the edges are now darker. You can see just wireframe. That's wireframe, right? Let's go back to wireframe and shade it. Okay, there it is. Okay, and from this drop down, we can go ahead and say, hey, I want to see right now it's showing us the isometric view. I want to see the front view. There's the front view. Hey, I want to see the right side view. Right side view. back to the front view. Show me the top view. See how it rotates it? Okay, so this is to help you visualize all three views. And we can go back to isometric view. Okay, another way to open a file is to drag and drop. So let's say we wanted to take a look at the second problem. I'm just going to left mouse click, hold, and drag it and give it a few seconds. So this is the second problem. Give it a few seconds to load, and there's the second problem. Okay, so this is how you use eDrawings. And once again, this is optional. You don't have to use eDrawings, but those of you that have problems trying to visualize all views. So again, here's the second problem. Open up the 3D model that I provided for you and hand sketch if you want to use a ruler, a triangle, or just simply hand sketch the view. It's okay if the lines are not straight. Just make sure it's complete. Don't forget your hidden lines. So this surface here, we're not able to see it from the top, right? If you're flying over the top of this 3D model, you're not able to see this edge or this surface. So we represent that with a dashed line. Okay, if I zoom in, just for clarity. So once again, if you're standing on top or flying over the top, you do not see this surface or this wall, nor this edge. But we know it's there, so we represent it with the dashed line, and notice how it lines up. Everything is supposed to line up, right? And count the squares. So this has a length of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A height of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units. And it has a depth of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So count the squares as you're drawing your lines. And again, everything is supposed to line up. If your lines are not lining up with each other from one view to the other, then something is not right, okay? So go back and check your work. Make sure everything lines up. All right, so that's the end of this video. And in our next class session, we'll be jumping into AutoCAD. And be ready, because I'm going to throw a lot of assignments at you using AutoCAD, and that'll be in a separate video. End of video.